Well, to say the least, New Mexico's horse racing industry has an image problem. You've heard Larry Barker talk about the rampant use of hard-to-detect drugs. He went undercover to investigate that. National news outlets have pointed to alarmingly high numbers of horses that have been killed after breaking down on the track. Well, solving that problem is much harder than it might seem. KRQE News 13's Matt Grubb has been digging. He has an update on this story tonight on News 13. He's here with the preview. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, my friend.
Okay, so we talk about doping. Trainers doping horses. That's where it starts, but it doesn't end there.
Right, absolutely. And the people in charge of this in New Mexico are the New Mexico Racing Commission. They actually do a fairly aggressive job of testing these horses to find out if there's any sort of illicit substance in them. But where it goes from there is a real wake-up call.
Okay, you did some digging into this, and you found out what happens when you get caught doping a horse.
Well, so you get caught, and it starts out at the track level. There are people called stewards, and they do a fairly good job of addressing the issue right away. Then it goes to a hearing officer, then it goes to the racing commission, then it can go to court. If you don't like the decision, you see all the steps they have to take.
And is that part of the problem, is that this is a slow, kind of painstaking process to prosecute the people who are doing this?
Right. They want to make sure that they're not doing this arbitrarily, that there is actually a problem, that they're not false test results, all that kind of stuff. But when it gets to the district court levels, judges are smart people, but they don't know everything about everything. And even judges have to educate themselves about what it means, all these test results. And what we found is the wait sometimes can be years. In fact, we found one guy who actually has renewed his license while he's waiting to be sanctioned.
So he was convicted?
He was convicted by the convicted, so to speak,
okay,
by the Racing Commission.
By the Racing Commission.
He has appealed this to district court, and in the interim, the Racing Commission has to renew his license, even though they want to sanction him.
Okay. It's a big problem. Legislature talking about this. They have, what, a day and a half left to try to fix it. They also have a budget and all these other things to deal with.
Right, exactly. There are a couple bills up there in Santa Fe. We went up, talked to the people who are sponsoring them. We'll detail what those bills do, how they would protect the horses, the jockeys, and the people who are betting on this, trying to assume that they're betting on a fair race.
Okay. Matt Grubb's on special assignment. See the whole story tonight on News 13 at 10 o'clock. Horse racing, a huge deal here in New Mexico, and doping is a huge problem. Thanks for coming in, Matt.
Yep.
Brittany, Chad.